Really looking forward to hopping into this one. Immediately, Plopsky going for some aggression in towards lobby, and Linus dropping down into the B side. So much chaos already, Hawker.
Yeah, a lot going on early here. Linus falling back while ENCE look to see if they can run this down into the crossfire, but Linus ready on the hold. Quick fire double. Spinks fires right back with two of his own. It's into a 3v3 down on that B bomb site.
While Snappy ahead, he's fighting back, getting kills between them, and now it's just Rez left. Just the tap of the bomb is down. Now he'll go forward, trying to open up the doorway. But with so many players still alive on ENCE, Rez really has to pop off here, and Spinks taking his head right off, happily collecting that one, securing the plant as well towards the end. Now Spinks immediately down the vent. He's going for the quick play straight down the vent area. Device is already down here though. Will Spinks expecting to be close in the corner? He's going to go for the fight and checks it. Elsewhere kills already coming in for Snappy as well. Rez is the only player that's been able to fight back here for NIP. And Linus tries to get involved as well, but Spinks just continues to move forward, and Snappy getting involved for a second kill in the round. It's just Plopsky, and this has been incredible from ENCE so far. So clean, and it's all on Snappy and Spinks in that one, Alex. All the simple kills go their way.
Is he even getting aggressive into lobby?
In four, but he's being found. Yeah, it's quickly found by Spinks. Not exactly what you were hoping for. Plopsky did need to deliver something to them. Now they know the rifle was back in garage, but it doesn't matter if Hampus holds on to it. He doesn't just hold on either. He gets his kill. D-Hat down. And a 3v4 suddenly favoring NIP, and Linus has got aggressive. Right in front of him is Spinks. That was the bomb carrier. But unfortunately for Linus, he cannot get the kill, and Dodo lines up with a double. Red snaps back in with a Deagle, but with 20 seconds left, ENCE have got the players in the lower site. They're going to go for the plant. Rez has found an AK. He has no kit to play this retake, but he's very quick at getting down here.
Bomb has been planted.
Fast on the rotation down, but is he fast enough to realize where Hades is? Yes, he is. First kill so quick, but he's still got to find Spinks, who is yet to die in this game. Spinks playing this bomb plant safely all the way back. It's 10-0 for Spinks. He has been a revelation on this ENCE squad, and he started off so strong here.
Got the AWP out for Device, 4 rifles in play across the board as well. Not as much utility as you would like, but if they get this opening, that would change things. As soon as I say it, Hades takes down Device, opens up the round, and now again, it's Hampus from the back garage position needing to deliver it. There's one kill found for him, but ENCE again crush into the A site. Plopsky tries to hold on from the anchor spot, and they are doing decent damage. They're pulling a couple of these kills back. Once again, ENCE are going down into the B site.
Hades has even nicked that AWP for the post plant. Bomb will go down on B. Hampus and Plopsky, no kit between them right now. Just a couple of flashes to work with, so they might look for early fights.
And he's holding. Plopsky tries to get aggressive through the ramp, and Hampus has come down the vent at the perfect time. Dodo isn't even looking. Hampus gets his free kill, and now it's Hades alone. AWP versus 2. He swings open the double doors. Defuse tapped again, and Hades has taken his first victim out towards ramp, gets back behind cover, and is now playing with his food as the time runs low. Hampus gets onto the bomb, and Hades finds his 4K. Everybody from ENCE having their moments here. It's a fantastic start out of the side.
Playing in the midst of these smokes when you know you're against a weaker buy. Rez is watching for it. That's a good shot to begin with. And because the smoke at door lasts longer, no one can force the refrag. So an AK gifted into the hands of Rez, and he is very capable with this weapon. Looking for headshots. He's got 3 kills on the hold. Out to the Deagle to see if he can do more. His teammate comes in to help him, and it's Hades again in the clutch. Straight down to the B site to see if he can try and give this a go.
Gonna do it again. He's been fantastic. Hot to trot. He's looking for his victims again. He got a chance there for the lineup, but just one out towards Decon, but he's got the info. Knows there's a player up at window, but cannot get those shots. That's a little too much to ask for him, especially when you're on the AWP in that scenario.
Rez playing in towards door. Did really well on the hold in the previous round. This time, though, Spinks is going for the throat on the aggression. Diha not too far behind. Dotto's got the initial kill. They're trapped on the site, and they're going to be wrapped from both sides. Dotto with another one. Looks for more, but it's all on Hades again. He's had to clutch already. He couldn't win the last one, but this time, Plopsky hits the no-scope, denies the chance for the clutch. And we've already seen ENCE trying these faster plays in the last couple of rounds, and they've been denied, but they're going to go for it again. Spix gets the early kill. Snappy with one of his own. 2 entries onto A, turned into a third as Spinks sprays through the smoke, and it is a deadly A push from ENCE.
They're just about to break you back, and you take control once again, so 7-2 up here for ENCE. Money's not good at all for NIP.
Another round where he gets some impact for them early. And now ENCE can play this man advantage, sit back, and I was about to say relax, but there's no relaxing when Linus is landing shots like that.
Definitely not. Plopsky doesn't like to relax either. He's going aggressive right into Hades. He's looked the wrong way. And that's going to be a free kill for Plopsky onto the AWPer, and Rez now stepping up. Snappy's pulled out of play. And now it's just D-Hat and Dodo left alone for ENCE. NIP can be happy with this reply. This is a massive reply from them. And Dodo, not much he can hope for in this round, that's for sure. He'll go back into the lobby and waiting for him. Plopsky, easy headshot, 7-3 up now.
It's nice to see him still trying to make plays, even if he can't get the early kill this time.
Definitely want to see him just go with that confident stance, but unable to find anything from it. Instead, it's Hampus who gets a second shot on towards Hades. Who started the round for him. Device now getting aggressive, forced forward by the Molotov. And D-Hat wanted to wait a second there. He was priming himself, ready to take the fight against Device. And it is going to be Dodo that eventually finds that kill. 2v2 quickly pulled back into a favorable situation for NIP, thanks to that aggressive play of Rez in towards lobby. So Dodo is now the last remaining player. Bomb in his back, 28 HP. He's got a 1v1 fight, but he pulled his knife at the wrong time. Line is able to find him.
We're seeing that from Hampus here, who's been reading the game quite well so far. Denied in the previous round. Flashes over the top, but Plopsky's not blinded. They're going to try and up the pace into A again. Only this time, NIP have won the early trades.
Yeah, NIP trading out. And they've got this man advantage. Again, ENCE, you're down on these weaker weapons, and you're spread out across the board now. Strength and number mentality, which has been successful for them so far. Device. Oh. Let's get his timing lucky there. Hades couldn't quite take him out with the Tech 9. Luckily, Spix is quick in his Tech 9 trigger, and D-Hat now the last remaining play, but runs out of ammo. And that's going to help Device out. Double kill in this round for him. 7-5 up on the board. Very difficult for Snappy to break, but the timing might have just worked for him here. Hampus peeks out and eventually spots him. And up from heaven, LNZ, he's going to peek down with him. So man advantage now in play for NIP, but here comes the play into the B site. ENCE look to test Device, and the AWP just gets cleaned out. D-Hat passes the test immediately, and now a 4v4.
Crucial kill from D-Har because the time was so low on the clock, and now Spix is coming in with kills of his own. Impact frags as he cuts off the rotation, and NIP don't even get a chance to attempt the retake.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, taking the time at the start of that round, just being methodical as they go, and leaving it down to the final few moments. You don't really have a window of opportunity to fluff your lines or get taken down by an AWPer or delayed by any utility. If you're going for that, you've just got to land those shots. And D-Hat, I mean, he's a player we talked about, just has some of the best raw aim. So if you've got a player just running in the final moments, so much pressure on his shoulders to deliver, you can rely on D-Hat to get those shots off most of the time. But
every single smoke used by ENCE here, they just threw their last smoke in towards main. The Device could still have a chance for a kill. He's ready for the aggression, but Snappy's ready for the refrag. What a shot.
Yeah, it's another Snappy kill, no pun intended, and now 3v3. Minute and 5 seconds left. Snappy inside of the smoke. Rez on the other side of it, and oh, Rez, he's going to get spotted first. Snappy takes him out, and now the play into the A side for ENCE. The man advantage still standing with them, and Hampus and Linus really have a lot of work to do between them. Bomb comes over, it starts to be planted in the middle of the site. Linus actually has a window of opportunity here to get forward. He spots the back of the head of Snappy. No one was watching towards heaven. And now both of the remaining NIP players starting to come in from this heaven area. Spinks and Hades down inside his sight. LNZ goes forward, finds the headshot onto the back of Hades, but it's down to the 1v1. Spinks is looking for 20 frags to close out this half. The ball tapped, he runs forward, but Hampus, balls of steel, just holds on, pulls the player into the open, and spams to the smoke for the kill. The 7th round of the half for NIP. And Snappy, he's going to hold his USP. A couple of T's now spotted and running him down here from NIP. And force him down in the ramp, but Snappy goes ahead and gets himself a double kill. Plopsky and Device, they fall in tandem, and now D-Hat following up. Everything is falling apart here for NIP. Or should I Hades now gets aggressive, blows open the door. I thought Rez was about to get spotted, but had the cover of the site. Now the dual Berettas really start to sing. It's just Hampers this time unable to win the clutch. Just a difficult situation for him to be involved in.
Now looking for more. Rez trying to see if he can match his teammate, but Hades there with the scope. Snappy with a nice off angle. They're going to peek it from both sides, and eventually Plopsky will be able to finish the job. Hades also traded out by Device, and another kill from Plopsky. These two Deegs have done everything for Nip in the round, but they still need one more kill. They've got to figure out exactly where Dotto is, and he is hot on Device's heels. Oh. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely from Dotto. Just takes his time on the flank, gets the timing just right.
And Plopsky is now available to assist him, and Dotto's going to go forward this time. He bites first, and Spinks gets caught. Both kills go for NIP, and they've got the two-man advantage.
And now they can just group up, stick together, and move towards the same site. Hades is down on B, ready for them, but I don't know if he can hold this down.
Oh, Hades, quick shot. Hampers has been pulled out of the air. And now he's just going to hold again. Hades in with a second. Flashbind comes in, but it blinds the T's as well. This time, Rez waits patiently for his kill, and a second one for Rez is offered up. It's another round for NIP. What they desperately need, Alex. This first half, the second half, should I say, has not been the best. Oh, Rez has been clean so far today. Not to get anything, but he does get info. No kill, but lots of information, and now they quicken the play into the A site. Snappy's got down here with the rest of his squad mates in behind towards A, so it could get a little bit messy if they're not careful, but because they have this potential wrap as well, it could work out for them. So Dodo doesn't wait for death, instead he goes towards it. He faces it head on and finds an AK. Plopsky getting involved as well. Now Device from heaven. Oh, it's a pesky kill, but finally they get it. Oh, I think D-Hat lasted a little too long there, Alex. He was definitely on borrowed time. Probably not the most ideal situation, but there's a player. Oh, you want to get it to, and that's why. Right through the smoke, opens things up. The shadow spotted of Rez as well. That's good to play with high shadow settings, because D-Hat gets the up there as Rez is about to walk through the smoke. Yeah, it's like Hampers really needs to just play that rhythmic game, you know, just wait for the timing. It's like those obstacle courses where the light flashes red and green, you can only go on green. Hampers just went on red, so gets down through the smoke. And the rest of the cleanup squad is here as well. That round just didn't really get going for NIP. They went for a walk towards outside, and everybody just got picked off. Well, let's see if he can do what Hades did in the last round. D-Hat this time has been taken out of play at the start of things, but Device is ready. He knows his angles. He's got his kill. And Hades goes down. NIP off to a flying start in this one. Got so much control of the map. Now they're going to pressure Dodo. He might just be the next victim of the NIP death machine. The smoke again, the light spotted. Hampers down. Dodo uses utility. Rez hasn't given away his spot either. Eventually that fades away, and Dodo didn't see him. Rez is given a free kill as the smoke reveals his opponent right in front of him. Now Spinks and Snappy 2v4 with the bomb starting to get planted. A two-man advantage stands for NIP, so that should be enough to win the round. The economy of ENCE, so be up to 11, Alex. These are very quick rounds coming in from both teams, very decisive and just lethal blows, and these opening picks definitely seems to be the name of the game.
Yeah, props to Device for that opening kill. And now Rez is getting down towards lower. That could cause a response from ENCE. Snappy committed to this angle, only good for one, and the wrap towards B looks really good now.
Definitely looking solid right now for NIP. This B site's going to be so difficult. Maintain for ENCE, especially with that kill coming in from Plopsky. Hades needed to deliver something. Now that the defense is cracked open, NIP can just take their time, easily get that bomb planted, and they know this is their round. He's going to find one, but can he even get away? Answers no. Rez quickly revenging his teammate, or avenging. Just D-Hat.
You need those yard smokes to get anything going. But I really enjoy the fact that there is that one spot towards door where you might need to use nades, you might need to use timings in the way that he's been able to play so far. Oh, Device this time getting the pick towards door. Another early kill in that position. Spinks tries to capitalize, but he didn't realize so many players would be waiting for him. Now ENCE down by 2 so early in the round.
And none of these risk plays have really worked out for ENCE in the second half, right? A lot of their the smoke pushes, a lot of these aggressive plays, trying to catch timing, just hasn't worked out for them. Even if a couple of those did, Alex, it would have made it a completely different story. Even one or two of them, you got a much better round, but just none of them are working right now for ENCE. And this is their map pick as well. And Hades doesn't even look like he's that comfortable saving the AWP. Luckily, Dodo is a bit of a bodyguard right now, trying to keep his teammate alive. And Hades can fight back as well.
Nice positioning from Hampus. Puts himself in the position to win that fight, and he wants more. Flashes through the smoke. Hades not blinded, so he will be able to keep his AWP into the subsequent round.
If they've come back like this, MIP will definitely be happy with getting the result in. Not done yet, and still stand a chance, but Device is starting to warm up more and more into this series. He's got his opening. Hades out of play. Dia can't pull anything back. Device is just looking to close it here, Alex. He's got 2 already.
It's such a nice sign seeing Device continue to take initiative like this after a really slow start to the game. He said he joined NIP because he wants to make more plays like that. He's got the 2 early kills, and they only need 2 more to close this out.
Looks like ENCE have just fallen a little flat towards the end here, but Spinks, he started strong. Hampus is the play that became the Inferno, though, here on Nuke, and they've done it. 16-13. NIP come out on top here on Nuke, and this is the map pick of ENCE that's come in. It's definitely an exciting one to start things off, and I'm looking forward to hearing what the desk made of this one. Sado, it's over to you. NIP can get done. This boost might just work out for Hades to start off the pistol round for ENCE. So once a couple of players now coming into water, and now Plopsky running forward with Rez right in front of him. Flashes start to pop into the site as Rez dances around pillar. Finally 1 kill. I thought this would have started a little quicker, but finally it's ENCE taking all of the frags. Diha from the barrel delivers out 3, and now it's Hampus and Device looking to pull it back.
2v2, but without that bomb planted, NIP might be better off playing for frags here because the flank is coming. Spinks is in behind them, and I don't think they're ready. Easy 1-tap onto the first, but Hampus reacts quickly enough for the trade. He's got to get that bomb back, though, as he moves onto the site. Spot Snappy, looks for the kill, and closes it out with a quad kill. Hampus continuing his fine form from Nuke. Hades only has the USP, but he's going to be the man taking the first fight for ENCE. It's a bait, though. Spinks comes in from the peak for bathrooms. Nice bait and switch to start the round from ENCE. They might need a bit more where that came from, though, because here come the AKs. Hampus cleaning up some Deagle kills. He's been really good at getting these kills and shutting down these Deags in quite a few of these rounds in this best of 3. Linus with one of his own. Diha has just sprung into action from behind. 2 kills for him, and Spinks had a chance of his own. Not meant to be, though. Are starting to close the distance onto the site itself, but there's a rotate arriving from ENCE. It's not going to be an easy site to overcome. Hades getting the first kill. In comes Snappy with one of his own, but the trades aren't too bad for NIP. They could force a bomb plant here.
AK picked up. Device is going to throw that AWP away. Dodo on the flank as well. Device looking for the big kill. He's pulled Diha into him. He'll tap again, trying to find Hades, this time on the second peek, and Device nearly gets away with it twice. Not this time around. Hades is quicker, more accurate, deadly. With 20 seconds left, Rez now looks to try and find the victim to avenge Device. Hasn't been able to find him. Brings the bomb back to the site itself, and as soon as he punches those digits in, his life expectancy drops, and he's spotted, he's tagged. He actually gets away with the bomb plant somehow. Gets a little bit of extra cash in that. Could be dangerous, but also could be brilliant if he can line them up. Spots 1 player, Device has been dropped. Second in from Hades as well. He gets a 3rd kill. Plopsky goes down. It's a takedown straight in towards middle. They're all thrown down to the ground, and Spinks gets in with a headshot.
Always awkward to clear all these angles alone, but Device is trying to do it, and oh wow, he's so methodical. Great play from Device to clear out that close angle. Now he'll throw the flashes towards the pillar so they don't blind his teammates as they run into this B-bomb site. Spinks seeing what he can do with the AUG on the hold. alone right now. He could do with an early kill, but Hades has just arrived in time, and Spinks comes in with a kill of his own. It's all up to Device. 1v1 on 40 health, but he's up against the AWP. He has to go get that bomb in the smoke. That makes it so difficult for him. Hades just holds the smoke the entire time. The AWP comes out on top, and ENCE keep on going. And they look like they do want to fight for the site right now. And the counter utility has just delayed long enough to allow the full rotation.
Look at this from Dodo as well. He's coming behind, coming up the stairway. He's going to catch a couple of players. He's in the backside, gets two, and that's the bomb down. Dodo does a lot. And now with 45 seconds left, things have just got easier. NIP have toppled, but finally fighting back is Rez. It's just Deha and Linus now, 38 seconds left. Plenty of time for the young addition to this roster to figure out what he wants to do, and Deha's already ahead of him. He's made his way down to the B site, knowing this is the likely play. But a good smoke out in towards heaven, and Deha's going to drop with it. He's going to peek over the top of the fence. And a brilliant rotation. There was no hesitation there from Deha. He knew what the play was going to be, and he committed to it. Hades tried the mid-aggression in the previous round. This time, he goes out long to try and find his opening. He's done it this time. Device it's taken out of play. Hades doubles up, and everybody from NIP starts to topple to this aggression. Again, this monster play is just beautiful to watch coming out of ENCE. Hampers coming down the stairway, connector. Flashbang about to go out the doorway. It's opened on the opposite side of things. Dodo just keeps it open the other way. Makes things awkward, confuses Hampers.
And now that NiP know they've lost that A side of the map, I think they might just pull the trigger on B, but Deha's one step ahead of them. Initial shot lands. Here comes some flashes to try and slow things down, but Linus is already wrapping towards the site. Could make life awkward here for the ENCE players, who are spread apart right now, and they have managed to isolate Deha. That will get them the bomb plot.
Oh, here he goes for the kill down below, but Linus gets into the water pit in the corner. Spinks is going to hunt down in behind him. Hampus comes in with the AK. Spinks hits the deck, and now 3v2 for NIP. Only a few more moments, and they can just hold on. They can dig deep and hold on to this B site. It's their round. It's a much-needed round, and Snappy is going to try and pull things back into the ENCE favor. Plopsky's in a grit spot. They haven't seen him. He may have been quiet so far, but this would be a huge round to go nuclear. He's got himself one grip Molotov onto the bomb as well, just buying the time, forcing them away. And NIP needed to win this one, Alex. They invested everything they could into it, and getting the win gets them right back in contention in this first half. Not the best Molotov.
No. What did that roof ever do to you, huh?
I love how the observer just flies over it. I believe it was Jakey doing the observing for today, but just flies over it, highlights all the issues.
Well, one kill for Hades. I like this angle from Snappy. He can pop up once his teammate takes the fight and try his best. Dotto's done well to get a couple of kills, but I love the awareness from Device too. Just constantly looking out for that angle, and it's all on Spinks. 1-on-2. Not unwinnable, especially now that he's got an AK. There's still no bomb plant, but Hampus wins the final fight of the half. So far, he's not like an obvious weak point all the time, which I think is all you need to be right now. Exactly, and then hopefully he can grow from that. Speaking of growing, Device has been growing into this series, and he has currently got off to a good start on this CT pistol.
Yeah, great start. Just a little bit of aggression down in towards long. Lions taking himself an opening as well. Spinks, he's been pulled out of play, and NIP off to a fantastic start in this pistol round. Device is still killing everyone. Somehow low HP gets away with another one. And Hampus, he'll step into the pistol as well. He had a fantastic start to this game in the pistol round, if you remember back to this T-sided pistol for NIP.
This is the sort of position where with the Deagle, you're pretty okay taking a fair fight like this. With the chance to get a headshot early, it's not a bad fight for the T side, but Plopsky best Dotto this time. Spinks though, what a shot from him. He's doubled down on the round, and now B looks pretty open.
Yeah, they're just charging right in. Hampus, he'll get caught by the FAMAS that just rips open his head. Spinks is having a huge round, and Hit, he steps up as well. Device is now the last remaining player, and there's 3 extremely low players in front of him. But winning this round looks virtually impossible, and Snappy wants to close it. The only player with health gets aggressive with a picked up M4. Good nade as well. Plopsky getting the brunt of it. Deha, 3 kills from the MAC-10. That's a lot of money. I'm so happy that D has found a team. And Snappy as well, man. These guys definitely deserve rosters like this. He has been out there in that Sprout team, doing a lot of the heavy lifting for that team, and really...
Ooh, close with the nades. Popsky's got to be ready though. Oh, he turns back before the flash pops. That allows even trades, but Hampus is sticking around. He's also out of there into a 2 versus 2. Nip have arrived on the rotate, and that could cause some issues for the bomb plant here.
Yeah, Device is in behind, and he's got the timing. They aren't looking at him. He whiffs a lot of bullets, but eventually gets his kill. And now it is that Finn. Can he be the heart of the round? Have to try and find himself this 1 versus 2. Device and Rez both low in HP. Rez currently at graffiti, and as soon as that smoke starts to fade away, it reveals the first kill for Dodo. Looking for the 1v1 up against Device, and he spotted his head. Dodo comes out on top. Heart of the team, heart of the round, and it's 12-8 on the board for ENCE.
Spams now. It's just so dangerous being in that B short position from all different angles. You've got to be ready, but it's Nip who've got to be ready for the fast B play. D has been blinded. Popsky able to get the early kill on the hold, and it looks like the sting has been taken out of this push. D-Hard trying to force it through the smoke, but Linus ready on the hold, and it is an absolute shutdown on the B-bomb site.
Starts with that initial spam kill, obviously, and I think there were a few opportunities there for ENCE to get those kills, in particular D-Hack going over the top of the barrel. You may be expecting to get something out of it. Now it is just Hades looking. Any scraps that might be offered up to him. He's not even getting that. They're not generous at all.
ENCE are going straight back to that B-bomb site, though. They've got unfinished business here.
It's going to be a nade into Monster and LNZ. He's going to hold on from barrels, throws the smoke down to try and keep them out. Trying to lock them out of the site, and Spinks has come in for a headshot. 4v4. And Rez, he's going to look for the cross. He spotted one. D-Hack couldn't even get across. Didn't even attempt the cross. Just wasn't ready for that tight angle. Now Linus again, just a reposition of the barrels. Gets the 2 final kills. A 10th round for NIP, and it's almost identical to the previous round, Alex. Only 1 player goes down for NIP.
Smoke comes in, but Device is ahead of it. Oh, good flashbang forces him away.
Yeah, good flashbangs again. Utility's been fantastic from both teams so far in this round, and now they try and push up into the site. Rez, he's dropped the bomb. It's fallen into the hands. 15 seconds as well. They've got to pick that up. And being 2 players down with a bomb lying on the floor, the round is done. It's going to be NIP who tie things up, and Dodo, he realizes he's dead. He runs to his death, and just like the bird,
Rez has certainly stepped up with this AWP so far. He may have some chances here, but he misses his first shot.
All right, Rez gonna try and hold aggression in. Good timing to get the peek out for the second. It may just be against pistols, but it's still beautiful from Rez. 3 snappy kills on the AWP as he eats them up. They come through the monster. They find the real monster. It's Rez waiting under the bed. Oh, this is horrible to watch. Snappy. Oh my, that was much better. Nice little tap out to short. Misses all the shots prior, Alex. Runs out of ammo and then hits that one.
Surely it's not winnable. They're both low.
Yeah. You need that quick shot. I think coming out of short like that, if you're just gonna dry peek instead of jiggling the angle. Now flash Rez out of his position. Plopsky. Hopping back, might just go on the boost at the wrong time. Snappy! He takes 2 right down. Plopsky and Linus both taken out of the round. And the B site crumbles, and the round is done here. NIP, there's 2 ops left. They're not retaking that B site. And that's the perfect timing for Snappy to walk out. Just stays crouched as he walks through Monster.
A kill or 2 onto the ENCE players wouldn't be bad for them. And, ooh, there we go. Snappy gives away his life. I do wonder whether ENCE should just be focusing on their own money at this point. I guess losing 1 player isn't too bad, though.
Snappy and Hades wait for the time to strike. Flashbang at the ready, but look at NIP. They start to get the players over here. Snappy's luckily taking the kill back, so we're once again at an equilibrium, and the attack comes into the B site. NIP have made the rotation down, but it's all about getting the kills at this point. They're trading out 2 for 2 right now. Device trying to spot the angles, but the smoke is going to keep him at bay. Severs his information flow as the bomb plant starts to come in, but Device is creeping over the top of the boxes with his deagle. He's inside of the smoke right now. A ballsy position, but now it is just Device, and he's going to make it work with just that open hand. Realizes the deagle's probably the better option right here. He's going to take his time. Time's certainly a limiting factor. Lack of kit on Device as he goes forward in the smoke. Gets past Dodo, who jumps up above him. And Device, this time is ticking. He's got to do something about it. And then maybe now it's just a little too low. He's got to find this kill immediately, and he couldn't flick back. He's quicker on the trigger, and it's 15-14. ENCE into the lead just at the right time, Alex, as they take map point. It looks like ENCE want to turn their attentions towards A long, and Device over here, often in the bathrooms. Finds Diha, and he doesn't stick around. Device does not want to be caught out and traded, so he realizes he's much better off just staying alive, and he repositions long, and he's turned it into a 3v3. Device is all over the place right now, and everywhere he goes is death for ENCE. Another chance for Device, another kill, and Device might just win this round. It might just be overtime off the back of his big op. And this is why you get a play like Device if you can. He's turned it around again, but this time looking the wrong way. Spinks has come through bathrooms. So it's on to Plopsky and Hampus. 2v2 has hit his spots. Plopsky, just Hampus left. He's got to get 2 kills, and he cannot find it. A valiant attempt coming in there from Device to try and turn that round around, Alex, but he didn't quite get it done. It's been a fantastic showing from ENCE once again. We're going to a third. And towards, yeah, site res. And further back, again, you'll often see this position taken up in the pistol rounds, if not deeper into the site. And Hampus is the first player to get his opening kill. Res spots a couple of players coming his way, but it's Diha that's drawn back that first kill into the 4v4. And now again, it's NIP fighting forward. Kills going back and forth, but it's again ENCE who are behind. But they've got the bomb planted at least, just holding on for the post plant. NIP should just move forward, trying to get some space back. But once you've got this temple position, you've got so much cover to play with. And NIP are going to try and use that smoke to get onto the bomb, but they're losing players. Diha, the player we highlighted at the beginning, definitely doing a lot of work, stepping up in this pistol round. He's got 3 kills so far, dances around the smoke. Hampus finds the headshot, but he gets onto the bomb, Alex. It's an incredible retake of the site from Hampus. The kit was lying in front of him, but doesn't even need it. Hampus coming in with a headshot, stops the 4K from Diha. They're going to be going towards this A site early. A couple of the teammates separated off due to the Molotov, but 3 do get through at the front. Dodo and Diha, the double D combo, stepping up with some big frags. But 3v3, NIP looking for this retake. Might concede a bomb plant here, and any further concede concessions would certainly be a big issue for NIP. You do not want to drop this round at all. And ENCE have got into the site, but they haven't been able to get that bomb planted, and Dodo has taken a lot of damage.
Linus has found himself a nice angle. 2 players trapped on the right side of him, and Snappy isn't ready for it. Solid spray with the FAMAS. Leaves it up to the 3 health of Dotto, who's going for the play. He gets the headshot, but he's not ready for the second man in the corner.
ENCE on Deagle's Tech 9 out for Snappy. A little bit of Kevlar across 3 players, and good mid-aggression, but Device, he's not ready for that elbow peek.
Did they miss the smoke? I think they missed the smoke.
Yeah, they did. Look at it. Oh, that's when you're really relying on that utility.
Oh, no Bison action so far. It's been bulldozed out of this round. Snappy comes in with a Tech 9. Plopsky didn't realize Linus had given up the position, and now Snappy can run and gun with the Tech 9. 2 early kills for him. Might not want to overextend here. Oh, Hampus is seeing if he can sneak in, but he's not ready for the further aggression. ENCE just throwing all sorts of bodies at this problem, and the bodies have worked.
Yeah, I mean, it's a viable strategy. Just throw as many bodies as you can at something and just hope it works out. And now it's Rez trying to get back in and pick up the scraps with that time ticking. There certainly is limited options available to him. But this M4A1S, he might just be able to get something out of it. Spotted by Spinks, though. And ENCE, that's the round they win, Alex. That is the round they come out on top of. No, you don't. I'm really enjoying getting a little bit of a view of the A site. And Rez is going to try and play around these boxes. He's been waiting for this opportunity. He's often been forced out of the position due to utility. This time gets an opportunity, but nothing really happening from it. So his teammate Hampus goes up on the boost, and now Dodo trying to find an opening into the B site. And look who's waiting for him. LNZ in the corner. He's got the MP9, and Dodo's down.
It feels like that cubby is the strongest spot on that site if you don't molly it out.
Yep.
Just everyone seems to overlook it, because I think the angles you can take from the cubby are a little bit awkward, a little bit weird to read sometimes. Maybe players will start getting used to that, but it is hard to just turn your back while you're pushing the site. Now Spinks, 23 seconds remaining, gets 1 kill. It can be really hard to actually fully flush him out from here.
Counter-terrorists win.
But there's limited time, so they have to do it quickly.
Oh no, this kill on Device opens up the whole map. Nip might start to second guess themselves now. You can see Linus and Rez thinking about rotating away from B, but here comes the play into the site. Good spray from Plopski, turns around for a third, and he wants even more, but Spinks finally shuts him down. It looks like it's enough though. Diha fighting back, but there's one more man to deal with, and Rez goes ahead and takes the fight to him. What a play from Plopski.
They have got the weapons, they've got the utility this time, but again, it's just NIP who are dominating every single one of these opening fights. And it's not like they're just getting these one kills here and there, they're usually being able to find more than one. So once you're ENCE, you're always in this scenario where you've got to get an overperformance out of a player. And Hades might just be that player this time around. He goes forward, gets both kills, Device down, and he's looking for a third kill. Hades just cleaning up the site alone. And maybe they don't even need a full 5 team. If they got Hades on board, he could just go in and clear the site up himself.
Individual skill right now, as long as you can read the right positionings, you can absolutely just come in with that AK. But it looks like it is going to be that B play, and Nip aren't in the best positions to deal with this.
Oh, they could boost though, that could work out. They come off it, not really seeing much from it, even though they had a vantage point. But this deeper boost has cover, and Device denies the bomb plant, gets the kill through the smoke. His teammate's fallen, but Device doubles up. A walk back and a kill through the smoke, definitely can't complain about that. Hades this time falling as well. Device is having a round. 3 kills out of a situation that looked dire for NIP, but Device just cuts through everybody. They're not the most flashy kills, they're not the most beautiful, but they're just effective. Every single chance he gets, he just takes that opportunity. Looks like the A execute's about to come in. Smoke's at the ready. Take note, everybody at home, if you're looking for an A execute, maybe this one might work out for ENCE. Device is over here though, and he has been the bane of their existence the last couple of rounds, and Rez is this time the player that stands up. A double kill. Device sneakily peeking out for the box, but only the one output from him. And Hades had the big round with the rifle this time, caught in the open. Too much to ask for. Once this rotations come in, there's just so many players from Ninjas in pajamas. They're just over here in the site.
Here's some mid-play from ENCE, which we haven't seen too much of so far, but it has been a position that has been fairly open, and finally, Diha are able to capitalize upon that. Hampus caught out early, and now this gives ENCE a lot of access through mid.
Rez and Spinks battling. But it's a 4v3 favoring the ENCE side, and Device in the smoke. Plopski backs out of a smoke himself into the waiting arms of Dodo. And with the bomb down for ENCE, it's certainly looking good for them, and Hades has just found his perfect timing. The Tech 9, oh, nearly a nightmare scenario for him, but he does get his double kill. Linus was so focused. They might just walk into a bit of a trap here. Booby trap inside of the cave area. Diha starts his walk up, and look at this angle. Device is very unlucky to be hard clear like that, but Plopski's in, and he's got a double kill. The AWP was looking the wrong way, and it's all crumbled here, but still a 3v3. ENCE getting the bomb planted, and Plopski, he's upgraded his weapon. He's got the AWP now. He's looking for an aggressive player, but none are coming his way. Instead, it's now Hampus who gets involved. Deagle right through the eyes of Spinks. And that's not the best weapon here, Rez, for that long-range fight. So the AK will come out on top, but it is now the AK that has to win out the 1v2. Dodo, they know where he is. He's making the jump sounds, all the sound cues going in favor of NIP, but Dodo through the smoke. The headshot lands, and right through with the replies, Plopski.
Not an easy position to push into. Plopski makes them pay for it. And now Nip have a chance to really run away with this half. As soon as I say that, though, Snappy wants to retell that story, as does Hades. Nice shot from him over towards A. Rez is still close by. And, ooh, Dotto tries to force a further fight. That might give Nip a way back into this round now.
Rez behind the side box. Oh, he's going to be checked from the backside. Spinks just comes out of Temple. Easy kill on the Temple player, and Spinks on the double. He's just followed up. Luckily, Device is finding a few frags, but he is now alone. And there's 3 players he's still got to find, and luckily Snappy was having a little bit of a vacation, Alex. Over in towards spawn. He's got the bomb and finally has arrived. I think they've had a lot of cool little setups, lots of little gimmicks working for them. Just before you answer that, Alex, another kill for Device. He's got a 4K and nothing really came out of him. He might even get a chance for an ace here, but seems like he is going to get that chance. He aces the round, Alex, but nothing out of it. Absolutely no reward. They're charging in, and it's going to be Rez. He's played this box time and time again. Let's see if he can get anything out of it, and the answer is just no again. Snappy, quick on the headshot. And Spinks is in the temple alongside him. Hampus sees that smoke as a bit of an opportunity with the spam of Plopsky. It's all on lines now to really try and pull something off here, and he's only managed the one. ENCE just trying to figure out where the NIP players are. There's so many of them in pesky positions. Device gets another kill, but finally they close it out. 5 rounds at the half from ENCE. Yeah, because you're focusing on so many other positions as you're coming into the site, right? There's so much you got to think about, but we're into the pit stall. That's a quick mid-take out here from Device, charging up into the donut. CSGO confirmed it is a donut, all right? It just is. As now they move through, the space dropping back, and actually does quite well to be able to pick one out there, but unfortunately his teammates not doing as well as they probably should have, so NIP into the A site, bomb planted. Snappy trying to be the last lifeline in the pistol round, and even he is spotted. It's just Diha left on the extremities of the site, trying to pull off what he can. He would need an absolute miracle here. In fact, all he finds is an empty magazine. So 11-5. That might work in Hades' favor. He's aware of that possibility, but also has to be careful of that boost position and spots Device as the smoke starts to fade away. Dodo's come over to the site as well here for ENCE. This could get a little bit messy for NIP. They're getting picked apart and the bomb's dropped again. This is definitely looking rough for them. Linus needs to get a couple of kills, and Dodo, he's on default at the pillar. The double kill secured, and the round win from ENCE comes out of nowhere, Hawker. In play, thanks to the early pick coming in from Rez, and now they're setting up for a B execute, but Dodo spots out the B ramp play. Device has died to that a couple of times now. Good headshot in for Dodo, and now the attack comes up. He's under pressure, but this time he's got his teammates. Can they help him out? Good flashes in. Diha blinded his own teammate. Unfortunately, not quite a good flash in the end, but he makes up for it before a kill. And now Rez and Linus really trying to figure out, can they even get that bomb planted? They're waiting for some re-aggression coming in from ENCE, and they find their fight, and towards Cave. Spinks luckily wins out that duel, and it puts Rez in a 1v2. He's found the first. Can he get his second to close out the round for NIP? He throws the utility high in the sky. Confirms the position of his opponent right in front of him, Hades. Starts to wonder where Rez could be. Is he still in that same spot? As he wrapped in towards CT? It's all about choosing your angle wisely, and Rez trying to pull him out, bait him out of the defuse, and he's done that. Now he goes around. That must have been a beautiful flick from Hades. He was looking the other way. A big flick around the corner and back onto Rez to win out the round for ENCE. Over here, they could get a quick rotation, but for the time being, he's the only one here.
Oh, that's a nice way to peek that angle, but Diha has to try and stay alive, and he's not ready for the second man. Plopsky picks up the trade. The AWP of Hades has rotated over, but he's got to be concerned about the close angles. Device just about getting that bomb down, but here comes that AWP. It's already got its first kill. They're not going to give him any more opportunities just yet. Oh, nice try from Hades, but now he's hitting his head, and he still gets back with the kill.
Oh, and Hades gets spotted. Tech9 in for Device. Plopsky as well, and now it's just Snappy desperately trying to find his opponents in front of him. The time ticking as he goes. And now it's just Plopsky. 17 health points left on this young man, but the defuse, that might just win the round. Snappy sticking it around the corner. He's got big balls, and he's got the round. 10 locked in for ENCE. He's just trying to get some cover. The box actually allows you to cover most of your unit as you jump up, so it's just a little head showing over the top of it. And here comes the B play. Straight up into the site. It's Dodo with one. LNZ getting one back in, and Device trading through, but it's looking good for ENCE. They're keeping themselves ahead. They're not dropping back, and Hades is still in the smoke. Nearly gets the lineup. He's been working on that one on the practice server, but not working out just perfectly enough. And Device is left for the 1v3 in front of him. Right in front of him is Dihaz rifle that comes around the corner. The trigger discipline up until that point. Device is aware. The ammo's firing past, but it's the kill from Hades finally coming in. Device nearly makes it work, but it's ENCE who have tied things up, Alex. Against all odds, they're tied up on the board again. We'll see. I don't know. I don't have many calls to many donut places, but I think we can go into our local establishments and start asking them for the manager. Hades is going to take Rez out of play, and at the start of this one, Hades is definitely looking for more, and that might just cost him. You know, the greed. He's sticking around, hoping he could find another one. One wasn't enough. Just like me with donuts usually, and Snappy and Dodo taking all the kills, cleaning up the attack again. They invested something in that, and it just didn't feel like they got anywhere. I don't know what happened to ENCE, but they have done something.
Right back in with a couple of early nades both ways. Smokes into mid, and Plopsky's beaten the utility. He's trying to see if he can force a fight early. Spinks has been spotted, but he wins the battle, and now this A play might become more difficult. Only one angle to come in from right now. That means Diha's ready on the hold.
Yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant again from ENCE in these early fights. No one getting anything. I do wonder maybe NIP starting to really run out of ideas. These quicker plays are trying to beat the utility, trying to up the pace of the rounds, and they're just not really getting it done. Snappy holds in towards the cave. The Hampus, he's down on 34. He's found one, but again, there's 4 players he's got to find. He's lost mid-control, and Spinks just walks up to take the kill. These rounds aren't even close, right? We've had timeouts, we've had...
Can just hold a solid angle from the A site, makes it much easier to lock it down. And as you pointed out, only one AK. It's the hero AK of Hampus into this round, while his teammates keep money in the bank. Here comes Dotto. Lovely tap, lovely follow-up with the AK. He shut him down already.
That's beautiful. Dotto's just so clean. Another one for him. He's just having a highlight reel right here. 3 kills picked up on the hold. And he has just put NIP down to 1 player. Linus, he'll just meet the same fate on the same ramp, and there's a death place for NIP players. 15-11.
That angle can be pretty powerful if they start pushing up the B ramp. Okay, Hampus has already got it out of the round. Never mind. Completely scratched what I was saying.
Yep, I love how it just dies immediately, Alex. You know, all the hero building, but Hampus, he's got him behind. He didn't look for Hades. He did not look for him at all. It's like a pantomime. He's right behind him, but this time the villain actually does something. I'd pay to go see that one, but denial of the plant is through. Snappy through the wall. Denies the plant quickly, and now it's just Rez. 1 versus 3. If there's a round for him to step up in, this would be the one. To keep his team alive, to keep them afloat. And the flash is good. Give a little bit more time for Dhat to get a better spot up behind the boxes. Rez has players in every single avenue, but he's going to find that headshot, but not without taking damage himself. He's down to 2 HP. Bomb lies on default. Smoke out on the left side, and nades coming in as well. Rez, everywhere he goes, danger lies. But again, not having that bomb control. If he did have the bomb, he could run quickly to A, but they know they've got the bomb now. And Spinks just sits on it like a mother to its egg, and it's Spinks with the kill. 16-11. ENCE are the victors of this series. It's been a wonderful game of Counter-Strike between these two teams. What a wonderful day of CS overall. We've had some incredible matches.